Good morning, guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Lacey, and I'm an 8th grade language arts teacher, and I just got to work. I have like 3 minutes to start this vlog before the kids come, but today's Wednesday. This week's focus is theme and central idea. So I did theme on Monday. We did it with music, listened to some songs, and it was real fun. And then yesterday I did central idea. I tried to do 2 separate days because those 2 things always get mixed up. So now it's Wednesday and we are gonna actually read a story and actually apply those skills to a story. And I actually chose a Greek myth. I showed this last week in my last vlog, but it is the myth of Arachne and Athena. And Greek myths are really good for theme because usually the characters learn some sort of lesson or moral at the end. So we're gonna read that. This version, as you can see, has pictures, and honestly, I'm probably gonna read it out loud. Of course, they can read, however, when it's something without pictures or something boring, then they're less likely to do it. So I do try to make things interesting when I can. Of course, testing is not going to be interesting, but I do try my best to be interesting. So I am going to read this story and they will figure out the theme, and they have to write an objective summary. So those are the skills we're practicing today. It is a pretty independent day. Once I read this, they will write a summary, and then they also have another assignment after the summary, because the summary is just a paragraph. So this is just a multiple choice questions, and then it leads to a color by number. So mostly independent once I read the story and I can get my own work done. But they're literally walking down the hall right now, so I will check in with you guys at lunch. Again, I don't have planning till the end of the day, so I won't really be able to update you much until after I've already taught the whole day. It's lunchtime now. The kids are enjoying the story. Honestly, the story is short. Writing a summary is short because it's just a paragraph. So they're literally racing through that in like 20 minutes, and then they're still like close to an hour of class. So I am glad that I did the color by number. And the color by number is not just for fun. It is very similar to questions that will be on Friday's quiz. So I am glad that I added that. And they do actually have their iPads, so some of them are actually finishing the color by number, and I'm just having them do computer work because there's always stuff for them to do online. It is also our library day, but most people aren't ready to go, so I didn't bother bringing everyone. I'm just sending a few at a time that are ready. So that is kind of a lot going on, but everything is independent work for the most part, besides when I read the story. So I am able to grade and catch up on my own stuff, and I love days like this. I am glad that I've been able to catch up today. I am having a salad for lunch, and I'm just thinking about next week. So I gave the kids background today about Greek mythology, just a little bit, because I don't necessarily teach, history or anything. And since I gave them the background and we read a myth today and it went super well, I figured I will go ahead and print out some more for next week. I went back to that website, I printed out some more, and I brought those to the front office. So they're gonna make those copies. Next week, we are going to do like the plot diagram, focus on characters, characterization. So Greek myths still work for that. I pretty much have everything planned for next week, bare bones, but we do have to type up lesson plans. I just need to go back and make sure everything is typed how it needs to be and all my links are linked. And of course, I gotta wait on my copies, but it's only Wednesday, so I am trying to be ahead and get my copies early. So everything's going well. I do have a meeting in planning. So I think the meeting is like an orientation for our platform that we use for observation. So as teachers, we get observed, and there's a certain program that our school uses to observe us and rate us. So we do have to have a meeting about that, just to make sure all the teachers are aware of how we are being observed. So hopefully it's a quick meeting and I can still do some more work, but luckily I've been able to plan and grade throughout the day, so I'm not too stressed out if I'm not able to plan during planning. The kids are going to Connections now, and I think they actually have an assembly in the gym, so they're all going to the gym, and then I think they have Connections. I'm headed to my meeting so we can get started on our observations and stuff this year. I actually did have the principal come into my room a couple times already, but they can come unofficially whenever they want. But as for formal observations, there is a system they have to follow. So I have a little binder that I need for the meeting. I showed you the back because my school name's on the front, and then my computer, and I'm headed to the meeting. Hopefully I have time to plan after the meeting because there is some stuff that I do want to get done before I leave today. My head is officially pounding. Like when I don't have a mental break and I have meetings and I don't have time to really take a break, then it's just a lot. and it makes my head hurt. But I am going to quickly run these copies up to the front for next week. I have some I already brought up during lunch, but I do have some more copies, and I know they're sick of me making copies, but I try not to depend on the technology. I have this Greek myth that we're gonna read next week. And then since we are focusing on characters next week, I'm gonna have them do a character Instagram for the characters from the stories. So I need to make those copies as well. So I have like 7 minutes before the kids come. Better than nothing. So I'm gonna run up to the front and then I will come back, and then it's basically dismissal time for the kids. So at least I am almost going home. Guys, it's 5:30 and I just got home. Please excuse the shower if you hear my husband showering. I actually had an after school meeting, and that's why I haven't talked to you for a few hours, because I had to rush from work to another school for a after school meeting for the ELA teachers. So Georgia is getting new ELA standards for next school year, and so they're having us start to look at the new standards, start to review them and get used to them a little bit this year, so that way next year it's not such a culture shock. So of course I would have loved to go home after work, but I did have that meeting until 5, and then of course I told my husband I'm out of energy, I'm not gonna cook dinner, so I picked up some Subway for us, and I just got home. I'm gonna pick up this vlog tomorrow. I do plan on filming today, tomorrow, and Friday, just so you can kind of see my week. Tomorrow, honestly, is not gonna be exciting. They're just gonna be doing computer work. I actually assigned 2 online lessons for them to complete. One is on theme and one is on central idea. So it is not just like busy work, it is actually meaningful, because we do have that quiz on Friday, but it also allows me to be able to sit back and do what I need to do, and they can, you know, get ready for their quiz and do what they need to do. So an independent work day is just what I need to just kind of let my brain have a rest. So that is tomorrow's plan. Pretty boring day, but I will see you first thing in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday. It's a normal day without any meetings. I am gonna stay after school a little bit today because it is Thursday, and if you remember, Thursday is our detention day. That's not a school thing, that's just what we decided, because staying after school every day is exhausting and no one wants to do that. So we chose one day for detention, and I do have to stay today. But other than that, it is a normal day. If you're a teacher who has taught the same group of kids 2 years in a row, or just, 2 years period, comment down below your experience. If you're new here, I teach 8th grade, but I taught 6th grade 2 years ago when these kids were in 6th grade. So this is my second time teaching this group, and it's nice because I know all the names and the parents, but some of them, a few of them, are a little too comfortable, and I've had to deal with behavior issues, probably a little more so than the other teachers. So I'm just trying to navigate that, but it's nothing I can't handle. But definitely comment down below your experience if you relate to me. But I'm about to pull up at work, and I will let you know what we're doing today. But like I said yesterday, they're just doing stuff on the computer, so it's not anything too interesting. Okay, here's today's slide. They are gonna track their scores because they take iReady testing 3 times a year. So they're gonna write down their first score, and we will repeat this process when they do the second test and when they do the last test, so that way they can track their own growth as 8th graders. And then the second slide is everything else. So they are gonna do 2 lessons on iReady, and then they will finish the color by number if they need to, and then I have a word search for them. I'm having my leftover Subway from last night because I always get a foot long and I eat half and save half for the next day. And today has been a super productive day for the kids and for me. They have been working really hard on their computer stuff, and I've been working on my stuff. So my lesson plan is officially done. And while I was walking the kids to lunch, I had stopped by the front office, and all my copies are made for next week as well. So I am 100% ready for next week. And now I'm just catching up on grading and some little things that I have to do, like making a list of target students that I need to work with a little closer. I have to make a quiz for the week of Labor Day and stuff like that, just some small things. So definitely a day that I needed. The kids are doing pretty well, they're quiet, and it's just a work day. It's chill. I'm playing real music because when I'm actually teaching, I just play background music, but I'm really not talking to them today. So we're all just listening to music and hanging out. getting our work done. So that's my update. I do have to call a parent right now because I want to do it now rather than at the end of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will check in with you guys in planning. I do have an ELA meeting, but it should just be maybe 10-15 minutes, so I should be able to update you some more later on. Once again, I'm back from my meeting with only a few minutes to spare. I had to run to my meeting pretty much as soon as the kids left, so I didn't get to update you, but I did have my ELA meeting, and now I'm going to go ahead and pull up a little show for the kids, so that way during dismissal there's something playing and they can kind of sit back and watch the little show. That's what I'm doing now. I literally have 5 minutes to plan, so luckily I worked hard today and I actually turned in my lesson plan early, so there's not really anything I have to do, so I'm not too upset about not having time to plan today. I am staying for detention, so I am staying a little bit later, and what we're going to do, me and the student, we are going to hang these up in the hallway on our lockers. The students have a goal every single month for how many books they should read. So for August it's 2, September it's 3, and so on and so forth, and these live on their locker, and I got them laminated so they don't get tore up so fast. So after school I'm going to put these on the lockers. Some lockers are broken or they're not used, so I had to ask the teachers for their locker list so I can actually put them on the lockers that are being used. The deadline to hang these is tomorrow, so luckily I have help today. So that is the plan. I just have a couple minutes, like I said, before they come, so I apologize for not filming much today, but this week has been very hectic, lots of meetings, and I haven't had much of a break all week, so I'm doing the best I can. But tomorrow there's no meeting, it's Friday, so hopefully we can have a great day and I can talk to you more and in the video a little less busy. I'm driving home now. I stayed at work till like 4:15, so I'm definitely tired, and today technically is my gym day, but I think I'm gonna listen to my body, and my body is tired, so I'm actually just gonna go home and shower and just start my night routine and just relax until my husband gets home. I will pick up the video tomorrow. Tomorrow is quiz day, another kind of boring day, but I will just show you what quiz days look like for me as a teacher. Happy Friday, guys. To be honest, I'm not feeling my best. I don't feel like sick, it's just run down because this week has just been a lot, and you know, the last 2 days that I filmed, I had meetings, so I didn't really have a break. Tuesday I had a meeting, didn't have a break, so it's just been a lot this week. So luckily today is a quiz day, so I'm able to take it easy. I just got to school and I am getting ready for the kids to come. I still have the show up on the board because, like I told you yesterday, I usually put on a show at the end of the day just to keep them calm. It just gives them something to do. So I am going to put on other music for today. Whenever we have quizzes, I just do background music because I don't want them to be distracted by the words of the song. I last minute got a review game from Teachers Pay Teachers because I want to review right before the quiz, because the quiz really is a short quiz. It shouldn't take too long. So we are going to do a little review game. That's the plan for today. It's lunchtime now, and I actually got here pretty early this morning because Fridays, that's our Starbucks day, so I don't want to be late coming in with Starbucks. So I actually was here by 7:20 with my drink, but I didn't vlog much because I actually pulled my assistant principal and we kind of had a little heart-to-heart because this year has just been weighing heavy on me, and it's just too early for that. Like, it's literally August and I'm already run down. She and I kind of talked, and you know, I've seen a lot on TikTok, other teachers going through the same thing, so I don't know what it is about this school year, but I'm trying to snap out of it. So today, as they're taking their quiz, I've been trying to kind of reflect and just kind of think to myself, like, what can I do to make this year better for the kids, for me, my mindset, my mental health, everything. So we had a good conversation. I'm feeling, you know, better. So that's why I didn't vlog much this morning, because I did have that conversation with her. I'm not someone who just shares my feelings, especially at work, which is like a professional setting, but it's getting to that point where I just felt like I needed to share my feelings. So that's how my day started. Comment down below if you relate, because I have seen a lot of teachers on TikTok relate for some reason. But it's lunchtime now. I am going to continue grading as I eat my lunch, because today's a grading day, because yesterday, if you were watching, I already planned for next week. So today I can just grade and kind of just do a lot of the little random stuff I have to do. This is the warm-up I added, and it has a quick review slide, which I do read out loud, and then they have to number their paper, and then each slide has a statement, and they have to determine, does this sound like a theme, like a lesson, or does it sound like main idea? There's 15 of them, which I feel like is kind of a lot because it's repetitive, so I think I'm gonna take some out and just stick to 10. This is our warm-up before the quiz that I added last minute this morning because I felt like it's good to give them a quick refresher before the quiz. So that is what I actually was pulling up this morning when I talked to you earlier. This is literally from Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm on planning now, and I don't have a meeting. However, I do have a parent conference, and the parents actually are the ones who asked to have a conference, so I don't really know what the topic is, but just to be safe, I'm going to bring my computer so I can look up the students' grades and just kind of roll with it. Hopefully it's just, you know, short and sweet, and then I can come back and grade. I'm caught up with all my grading, and I started grading the quizzes from today, so I'm in very good shape. So I will update you after the meeting because it was supposed to start 1 minute ago. I made it home and immediately took off my makeup, put on comfy clothes, and I'm now gonna start my weekend. So I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed me being a little more vulnerable and chatty this vlog. I'm still trying to navigate actually showing what I'm doing and not just telling you what I'm doing. So please bear with me as I work on that with my new schedule teaching 8th grade. But comment down below, like, share, and definitely subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.